All right, let's talk about large language models. I mean, you've heard the term, you've seen all the headlines, but what's really going on behind all the hype? Today, we're going to go way beyond the buzzwords and give you a clear map for tapping into the true power of this incredible technology. So let's start with the big picture, right? The source material we're looking at puts it pretty bluntly. This is all about redefining human-computer interaction. I mean, think about that for a second. We're not just talking about a slightly faster chip or some cool new app. This is a fundamental shift. We're moving away from just clicking and typing and into a world where we can actually converse and collaborate with our technology. And even if that term, large language model, sounds super complex, I bet you're already familiar with what it can do. You've seen the power of these huge general-purpose models like GPT-4. Maybe you've even heard of more specialized open-source models like DALL-E. And I'm willing to bet you've almost certainly played around with ChatGPT, the tool that really put this whole thing on the map for millions of people. These aren't just stuck in a lab somewhere. They're actively shaping our world right now. Okay, so with those examples in our heads, let's peel back the layers a bit and see what's happening under the hood. It's time to move from just hearing the buzzwords to really understanding the basics. Let's just tackle the main question head-on. What exactly is a large language model? We hear the term thrown around constantly, but what does it actually mean? Well, at its core, an LLM is a super advanced AI that's basically a master of language. It's built on these incredible breakthroughs in natural language processing, which gives it this amazing ability to both understand and generate text that feels, well, human. And that's really the key here. It's not just processing ones and zeros. It's navigating all the nuance, the context, and even the creativity of how we communicate. And listen, this isn't just a conversation for the coders and the super technical folks. For sure, on one hand, you've got your data scientists who need to get this stuff so they can build and fine-tune the models. But on the other hand, you have business leaders who also need to understand it so they can spot new opportunities and drive real value. Both sides of the coin are absolutely critical. But you know what? This revolution, it didn't just happen overnight. To really get where we are today, we have to look back. Today's breakthroughs are standing on the shoulders of decades of hard work, a journey that started way, way back in the 1950s. It all kicked off in the 1950s with this big dream of machine translation. Then you fast forward to the 90s and statistical models start to show some real promise. But the true inflection point, the moment everything changed, was in the 2010s with the rise of neural networks and deep learning. That was the explosion of progress that paved the way for these transformer architectures that power the incredible models we see today, like GPT-4. So, we've covered the what and a bit of the why. Now let's get to the most important part, the how. How can you take this powerful tech and actually turn it into tangible business value? Let's talk about putting LLMs to work. Because at the end of the day, it really just boils down to one simple practical question, right? What can you actually do with these models that makes a real difference? Let's think about it in three big areas. First, you can enhance your operations. Imagine automating tedious report summaries or drafting internal emails to make everything more efficient. Second, you can create brand new products. Think of AI-powered research tools or creative assistants built from the ground up. And third, you can totally redefine the customer experience, offering hyper-personalized support or intelligent recommendations that feel like magic. But here's the catch. None of those amazing applications are possible without one absolutely crucial element. This brings us to the foundation for success, and it's something you already have, your data. Let's dig into why it's the single most important piece of this entire puzzle. I really want this to sink in because this is the golden rule of applied AI. You can have the most advanced model in the world, the most brilliant engineers, but without the right foundation, it's all for nothing. Great AI is built on a great data foundation, period. So what do we even mean by a data foundation? It's not just about having a ton of data. It's about having a high-quality data. Data that's well-organized and easy to access. Think of it like this. Your LLM is a high-performance engine, like a Ferrari. But your data, that's the fuel. And if you put cheap, dirty fuel into a Ferrari engine, well, you're not going to get very far, are you? All right, let's bring it all home. Let's recap. First, we've seen that LLMs are completely redefining our relationship with computers. Second, this isn't some flash in the pan. Today's models are built on more than 70 years of research. Third, they can unlock real, tangible value all across your business. And finally, the most important lesson of all,
True success starts and ends with a strong data foundation.
So we've laid out the map. You now understand what LLMs are, where they came from, and the secret ingredient it takes to succeed with them. The only question left is, what are you going to build with it?